My name is Mary Haskins, Haskins, professor of biology, Rockhurst University, Kansas City. My question is why, if best practices are not currently followed, that you would assume they might be followed in the future. The Lone Jack group hired their own geohydrologist. The report that he submitted directly conflicts with the one that the Valley Oaks group submitted. Valley Oaks stated there were no karst features observed at the site. The other report says there are karst features. The report that's most complete is the one that was submitted by the Lone Jack group. The geohydrology report that was submitted by Valley Oaks states that the already constructed wastewater lagoon is expected to flow into Missouri state waters. If you look at the United States geological map that would have been on the PowerPoint, it shows that the CAFO is located in a karst area. I'd like to know if the nutrient management plan accounts for the lag in nutrient availability, because not all nutrients become available the year that they're deposited, because of some nutrients need to undergo decomposition before they're available. The USGS has also rated the CAFO area as a high-risk area for aquifer vulnerability from nutrient input, so adding more manure would seem to be a problem. I have questions about the timing of the berm construction. The Valley Oaks application stated on the December 27, page 1 application states the berm and storm sewers have been constructed. On the application posted by DNR with the public notice, it states the berms will be constructed. So have they, or will they be, and what size, location, etc. Are the setbacks really in compliance? I've heard that they're not. 12 fields have been identified for just manure to be distributed at a time when the ground is certainly frozen. Other dates for manure distribution are October, November, and April. Those could also have potentially frozen ground. There's 13 fields identified with slopes greater than 20%, which is obviously a violation. Maybe those are in the setback areas, but you can't tell from the map what areas they're not using. Prior history from the EPA states that 20 to 30 serious water quality problems per year occur from manure management problems. So why would we expect Valley Oaks to be different? I have a question about the amount of dehydration that's going to take place. The application says they're going to distribute dry manure, and they define that as 80%. As I understand the Missouri regulation, you have to have less than 75% for it to count as dry manure. I calculated the number of cryptosporidium that you might be contaminated or be placing into the water supply. If 1/1000th of the potential crypto was actually produced and survived, that would be 90 million infective doses of cryptosporidium added to the soils and the water. Shallow soils, limestone and shale do not adequately protect groundwater and surface water, because if you have 1/5 of an inch of space, you get turbulent flow, and that will carry the pollutants directly into the groundwater. This area has been identified as increasing in floods. There's a 10% chance of a flood occurring in the CAFO site in the next 10 years.
That's your 3 minutes.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.